Setti, can you hear me?
Hey, Rich, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, how you doing, Setti?
I'm doing all right.
Nice booth. I'm doing great, man. We got I got some news for you. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, go ahead. Tell me.
Okay, so while we were waiting, I wanted the members to put in the chat how many shares they owned.
Okay.
So we have 66 people here. Do you have a guess of how many shares 66 people own on this live stream right now?
A guess?
Yeah, do you have a guess?
500,000.
760,000 shares held by the members on the live stream right now.
That's incredible. Well, listen, guys, thank you so much. That's amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it really is.
I was hoping for like 100,000 or 200,000, and there's members with 100,000 shares, 80,000 shares, 25,000 shares, 10,000 shares. And the stock's been going up while we've been live too, waiting for the event. How's the event
incredible.
Going?
It's amazing.
How's the event going today?
Listen, it's just tremendous here. I mean, a real testament to the team down in Vegas. I think the booth looks absolutely wonderful. Like, hands down, I think it's the best looking booth we've got at the entire show, which goes for miles, by the way. And over the last 3 days, it's just been wonderful to start meeting again in person with retailers and wholesalers from around the country. And the interest that we've been getting has just been tremendous, right? Like, you get all of these people that come in and they see the product, they start understanding what it is, and it's just, my God, I need to sort of start carrying this product. So I think that this has just been a really good exercise for us, and it's definitely something that we're going to keep doing now that things are starting to open up a bit. So we're very grateful that we've finally been able to start getting out and meeting people in person.
Are you guys selling cigarettes at the event?
Yeah. We're actually placing orders at the event. So we've got retailers and wholesalers that are coming in. You know, some might be independent, some might have a small chain of stores, some might be wholesalers, but the interest that we've been getting has just been awesome. So we've actually been booking sales. I think next week we'll likely have some updates in terms of that for this event and the event that we did last week. And again, like, the good thing is you get these guys coming in, you know, they get excited about the product, they get to learn more than just having somebody come into the store. I mean, they can see it, feel it, touch it, interact with, you know, the whole team here. And, you know, what that does is, you know, once they place their first order, because that's all it is, they're just placing their first order, we get to put them in a database and then just keep following up, and that's how you get reorders. So, you know, you have the sales that'll come out of the store, out of the event, but those aren't one-time sales, right? That's the first of what ideally is going to be a number of different sales as you start getting through reorder rates. So whether they're going to reorder, you know, every couple of weeks or every month or whatever it might be, you know, it's just great to kind of put the product onto the shelf and start getting it in front of consumers in a much more aggressive way.
Yeah, the event is looking beautiful. The booth looks great.
Yeah, it's really good.
How did you guys design that? Do you guys get a design company? Because that box up there, Taat, is very visible. I love it.
Oh yeah. I mean, you'd have to go out of your way to not see it. But that was all designed in house. So you've got a lot of great creative members on the team, and I think they really hit it out of the park with this one. It's just, and listen, I've been in the trade show business before, so I've seen really impressive booths, and when I saw this one, I'm like, wow. So it takes a lot to kind of blow me away, and this one definitely blew me away.
Do you have a team of people working the booth with you? Is there some salespeople, or is it like, how many people are working the event right now?
What do we got in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 8 people working.
Wow.
So,
very good.
So yeah.
And tomorrow's the last day of the event? Tomorrow's the last day of the event?
Yeah.
Is there going to be some awards? Like, I know you guys won first and second place last week. Will there be awards at this event this week?
I'll find out from Joe. I'm not entirely sure. But regardless of whether we win or not, I'd say that we did extraordinarily well, given the interest of the people that are coming through and the ability to start booking some orders. So I think it's just been great.
You have an update on the NASDAQ? Any news about getting listed on the NASDAQ? A lot of shareholders getting very excited about that.
Yeah. So again, like, it's just a process that you go through. So you submit the application, they come back with some questions, you submit some answers, they come back with some more questions, you submit some answers. It's just the way it goes, right? So we're probably in that second round of questions now. But from what I've seen, everything, again, still seems to be on track, and it's kind of in line with how things sort of progress as you move over. You got to imagine, there's a lot of companies that are looking to try to list on the NASDAQ, so you still have to kind of wait your turn, so to speak, but I think things are progressing quite nicely on it.
A lot of questions from the community about Crossmart. Do you have an update on what's going on with Crossmart?
Yeah, I mean, they're still sort of working, hitting the streets. I mean, you started to see more stores coming online in Ohio, and I think in the next few days we'll probably have some more updates in terms of stores throughout various other states. But things are progressing as they would, right? It's just really an exercise. They go out, they talk to retailers, they help get the product onto the shelf, and that's what these initiatives are also intended to help out with. So I'd say that overall things are going well.
I have a lot of questions, Setti.
Yeah.
Sorry, Setti, I have a lot of questions about the recon-based material that is replacing the current base material, or is it going to be sold additionally to the current one?
No, I think once we have it ready, it will replace it. Now,
okay,
we'll likely put out some news on it in the coming days or maybe a week or so. But basically, there's a lot of, when we did the market research, a lot of people like the product, but there are still certain pain points that I thought in the long run would be better to solve now than when you get sort of this broad scale distribution. So again, it's not really there's no magic to it. If you want to succeed, just listen to your consumers. So when you listen to them and they say, hey, listen, I love the product, but I really wish it could do this, or I love the product, but I really wish it could do that. And if there's ways that you can solve that early, then you're just providing the market with a fundamentally better product. When you look at, say, Juul as a comparison, well, I think for the first 18 months, Juul didn't really work, because if you put it in your pocket upside down, the whole thing would leak out, and then the device would short circuit. So it took them almost 2 years to figure out how to fix that problem. We saw that, as you started to progress, again, people love the product, but hey, can we solve this? Can we solve that? We were able to solve it in a matter of months, and that's really what I think the new base material is going to allow us to achieve. So our existing product is great, but the recon, in my mind, is just leaps and bounds ahead of where we currently are. So I just think that once consumers touch it, they're going to love it.
There's so many customers and so many shareholders that absolutely love Taat. You guys have been such a success story already. And can you kind of tell we got 83 people watching right now. We're up to 814,000 shares, Setti,
wow,
from the people that are on the stream. So that's okay. So
that's
just
amazing.
Put that in perspective. Yeah, so 83 people, 814,000 shares. That's an average of 10,000 shares per person.
Wow.
And that's at these prices, that's $36,000 average person invested that's on the stream right now.
That's incredible.
We got to do something
really
for these shareholders, Setti. Is there a way that we can give away some t-shirts, give away some samples to some of these members? Because everybody wants some merch. Everyone's asking me, Rich, I want merch. How do I get merch? We got to do something for these investors, Setti. What do you think?
100%. I think we talked about it before. So I mean, just reach out to me after the live cast, and I'll put you in touch with the guys in Vegas. We'll get some stuff printed, and we'll send it up, and you can distribute to to the community for sure.
Wow, another 30,000. So we're up to 844,000 shares on the live stream. Guys, maybe we can hit 1 million. Maybe we can hit 1 million shares on the live stream. And the stock's been going up since we've been live too. So this is great. Loving it. Can you talk to the community about where you guys are at? Because I keep telling everyone that you're just in the first inning. And I know you've said it before, but can we kind of talk a little bit about the future of Taat? Philip Morris just came out and said that in 10 years, they don't even think they're going to be in the cigarette business. What does that mean for Taat?
Well, if they want to leave their customers behind, I think I'd be more than happy to take them.
Yes.
I wish them the best, but realistically, they can say it, but I don't really foresee that happening. I mean, there have been anti-smoking campaigns longer than both of us have been alive. and yet you still have a 1.3 billion people smoking. So just because Philip Morris wants to say, hey, we want to stop selling cigarettes, well, listen, wonderful. I wish you nothing but the best, and I'll make sure to come in and help service the customers you leave behind, because I know for a fact you're not going to get them to switch over to an IQOS or a vape en masse. I mean, you get them moving over there, but oftentimes they end up moving back. Now, I'm not saying that those technologies aren't valid. They are. But I think they all coexist in one sort of ecosystem, which is why I think for the first product that we launched, having a combustible which services the vast majority of the market is a smarter way to go than just tackle something that requires a tremendous amount of more work and capital. Now, that being said, that doesn't mean that we won't look at some of these other technologies down the road, but for right now, I think the market really is on the combustible side. From what we're seeing, the customers that are coming in, they definitely think that this is a product that will resonate well with their customers, and that's why they're starting to place orders. But again, like if you kind of take a look at the market is like the Mount Everest markets, right? Like again, I've said this 1,000 times. I mean, the tobacco industry is almost $1 trillion a year. To put it in perspective, the global bottled water market is only $250 billion. So tobacco is 4 times the size of water. And for us, again, it's a Mount Everest of market, and we're barely getting to base camp. So there's a ton more room to go.
Absolutely. Check this out. We're up to 949,000 shares. 292. We're going to crack a million. Yeah, we got 105 people on the live stream, Setti. People are just rolling in. When we first started talking, we talked about having a 5 billion market cap. And I think you're at about a couple 100 million market cap. So to get to a 5 billion market cap, we still have to 20x from today's prices. Is that actually a possible thing? Is that something that is possible? Do you foresee that as something that can actually happen? Do you truly still believe that 5 billion market cap is a possibility for Taat?
Well, of course. I still think it's a possibility. I think anything's a possibility. I mean, you take a look at a lot of the other companies in the space, they're worth significantly more than 5 billion. So yeah, I think it's possible. I don't think it's something that happens tomorrow, but I do think that as you continue to start building momentum and you start servicing your clients and start building a lot of traction that way, sure. I mean, anything is possible. I don't think anybody. What did GameStop reach? I mean, 30, 40 billion, some ridiculous, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible, especially when you have a product that is disruptive and changing the world. We have a lot of questions about getting Taat in Canada.
Yeah.
Any movement there? I mean, I'm in Canada and people are like, I got a pack here, and people are like, Rich, can I come and visit you just to try one? Any news on when we could potentially get Taat in Canada?
Well, look, we're still working with Health Canada. Like in Canada, the product is regulated, so it's significantly different than it is in the US. And in Canada, they don't distinguish between cannabis and hemp, so they kind of look at it all the same way. So even if you want to bring a product in like Taat that is not really a cannabis product at all, it's a tobacco replacement product. Given what the components are, it still gets covered under that act. So there's a lot of work that has to go back and forth with Health Canada to help them understand what the product is, what it's intended to do, does it sort of fit within their guidelines, because they'll have very strict guidelines in terms of what products can and cannot have. And we just got to make sure that we abide by those regulations, because you could sort of jerry-rig a solution and get the product into the country, but if you're not doing it through the proper way or the proper channels, you're just setting yourself up for a massive defeat, which I don't really want to do.
I agree. Why would you want to take a loss? And we're up to, just so you know, Setti, we're up to 1,054,417 shares with 105 members on the chat.
That's incredible.
So over 1 million shares being held just by the people on this chat right now. Pretty wild, eh?
That is insane, but it's great. I think it's a real testament to a lot of the support that you've given us, and sort of helping your community members understand the story, introducing it to them, and us working together to keep them updated. So, thank you for that.
And well, thank you. You guys make us look good too, right? Like the company has to deliver. And there's so many companies out there that say they're going to do something and they don't necessarily deliver. You guys are literally delivered on everything you guys have said you would do. I remember sitting down with Taat before you guys were even public, and they showed me the cigarettes and they showed me the idea and the concept. And I said, wow, okay, if this works, this could literally change the world. And here we are a year later, you're at an event, you got this beautiful booth. You guys have been at, Floyd Mayweather events. I love how you guys think outside the box. Can you talk a little bit about that? Are you guys going to consistently think outside the box? Is that part of your marketing strategy? Or have we seen, the end of thinking outside the box? Or is this just the beginning?
No, we haven't seen the end of thinking outside the box. I mean, once you kind of are able to do it, then you just keep on doing it. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. There's always new and innovative ways in which you can get the message out to consumers. We've got a lot of very interesting opportunities in the pipeline. And once we start executing on those, then I think you'll start to see that the thinking outside the box isn't exactly at the end, rather very much so at the beginning.
You guys look like you're having a lot of fun there. Do you have any messages for the investors or the community before we say goodbye today?
Well, listen, I just wanted to thank everybody for their support. I think it's been a ride that we've all been on together. I think you can see now the brand actually starting to come to life. And this is why I wanted to do this interview from the show with all these people and the booth, because it's one thing when I tell you about it, it's another thing when you can actually see it. And I hope that gives people a lot more confidence in what it is that we're trying to do, and that we're actually going out and executing on those strategies to get it done. So I think the future is very bright for the company. And again, I thank everybody for their continued support, and especially you, Rich. So thank you very much for all the hard work that you've done in helping bring this story to your investor base.
Hey, my pleasure, Setti. Keep up the good work. We'll let you go. I know you're busy. Thank you for your time today. And thank you guys for watching. The audience, we're at 1,057,217 shares just with the audience that's watching today. Mind-boggling. 1 million shares. Can you imagine that? That's like over $3.6 million watching right now. That's pretty cool, eh?
Very, very
It's absolutely incredible. So super amazing community. None of this is possible without you guys, the people at home. Thank you guys. And thank you, Setti, for all your hard work and dedication, for being the leader of this incredible story, which has evolved into not just a story, but a product that is now selling. And you know what I keep saying, Setti, is like, can you imagine when this product is in every single gas station and every single corner store in the world? What's Taat going to look like then?
A little different than it looks like now.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Setti Coscarella, the CEO of Taat Global Alternatives. Have a great day, Setti. We'll talk to you soon, my friend.
See you guys.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching. Remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for information education purposes. Please do your due diligence, do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here on Rich TV Live. Always invest in the best. The best is blessed, and you deserve the best. And Taat, in my opinion, is absolutely the best. Thank you guys for watching. I told you guys, we bring you the winners and we bring them to you first. We brought you Taat first before anybody else, pre-IPO June 2020 at 41 cents. Today they're trading over 360. Just on this live stream, 1 million shares owned by members. Congratulations to you guys at home. You're winning big and you deserve it. I love you. I appreciate you. Have a nice day, everybody. We'll talk to you soon. It's your boy Rich from Rich TV Live, and I'm out. Peace.